Have you ever wondered why certain names seem to fit perfectly with the people who bear them? Since ancient times, humans have sought meaning in every aspect of existence, and the names we carry are no exception. The answer to this mystery may be deeper than you imagine. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, dedicated much of his life to studying the hidden symbols and meanings that shape our psyche. And his discoveries about the power of names are truly fascinating. Jung discovered that there is an invisible yet powerful connection between our name and our destiny, a connection that goes beyond mere coincidence or our parents' preferences. According to his research, names act as portals to the collective unconscious, that vast ocean of ancestral wisdom shared by all human beings. Every letter, every sound, every vibration of our name resonates with archetypal patterns that subtly influence our personality and life path. The concept of synchronicity, developed by Jung, suggests that random coincidences do not exist. When our parents choose our name, they are being guided by forces beyond their conscious understanding, tuning into a frequency that aligns perfectly with our innate potential. It is as if the universe itself conspires to give us an internal compass encoded within the letters of our name. The first letter of our name is particularly significant. It is the master key that opens the doors to our true potential. It is the first sound we learn to recognize as our own, the first vibration that defines us before the world. This initial letter acts as an energetic seal that imprints certain qualities and tendencies on us, influencing how we think, feel, and act. This knowledge is not new. Ancient esoteric traditions already recognize the sacred power of names. The Egyptians believed that knowing the true name of something or someone granted power over its essence. Kabbalists studied each letter as a divine code that revealed secrets about the soul. Jung managed to bridge these ancient wisdoms with modern psychology, demonstrating that these ancient insights had a profound basis in the human psyche. What is most surprising is that contemporary research is beginning to validate these theories. Studies in the field of name psychology have found significant correlations between people's names and their life choices, careers, and even behavioral patterns. It is not mere superstition, but a real psychological phenomenon that influences our personal development. In the next few minutes, we will explore this fascinating world of hidden meanings together. We will discover how the first letter of your name can be a powerful tool to better understand who you are and, most importantly, who you can become. To truly grasp the power of names, we must delve into the fascinating world of Carl Jung and his revolutionary perspective on the human psyche. Jung did not see names as mere labels. He considered them living symbols that acted as bridges between consciousness and the unconscious. For him, each name represented a unique constellation of meanings, actively participating in the process of psychological development. In his extensive studies of the collective unconscious, Jung discovered that symbols, including names, function as manifestations of universal archetypes. When we pronounce our name, we are not just emitting a sound. We are activating deep psychic patterns that resonate with the collective unconscious. This phenomenon goes beyond mere personal association. According to Jung, symbols act as transformers of psychic energy, channeling it into specific forms of development and expression. The theory of names is deeply intertwined with his concept of the self, the central archetype that represents the totality of our psyche. Jung understood the self as the sum of all aspects of our personality, both conscious and unconscious, and the organizing center of our psychological development. In this context, the name we carry could serve as a bridge between our conscious ego and this deeper self, assisting us in the process of integration and wholeness that Jung called individuation. Contemporary psychological research has begun to explore these ideas from new perspectives. Studies in the field of social cognition have found that our names significantly influence our self-image and how others perceive us. This aligns with Jung's observation of how symbols mediate between internal psychic reality and the external world. Jung also observed that symbols, including names, possess an inherent transformative power. When someone pronounces our name, they are not merely identifying us, they are activating a complex field of psychic associations that influence both the speaker and the listener. This dynamic process may explain why some people seem to grow into their names, as if the symbolic weight of the name acts as a shaping force in their psychological development. The deepest aspect of Jung's theory on symbols relates to the process of individuation, the path toward the realization of the self. This process is not merely personal development. It represents the gradual integration of the conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. Names, as powerful personal symbols, can act as guides in this process, resonating with the aspects of the self that need to be integrated at each stage of our development. Modern neuroscience is beginning to reveal the brain-based foundations of these phenomena. Recent research has shown that when we hear our name, specific neural networks related to self-awareness and identity are activated. This suggests that our names are deeply intertwined with the brain circuits that sustain our sense of self. The symbolic power of names extends beyond the individual into the collective dimension. Jung observed that certain symbols and names emerge at specific historical moments, reflecting the collective psychological needs of an era. This observation suggests that names not only participate in individual development, but also play a role in the evolution of collective consciousness. The air element manifests in letters that facilitate communication and abstract thinking. The letter E represents the archetype of the mental explorer, granting its bearers an insatiable curiosity and an agile mind. Einstein perfectly exemplifies these qualities with his ability to navigate abstract concepts and revolutionize our understanding of the universe. The letter I, also an air letter, embodies the archetype of the illuminator. People with this initial tend to be beacons of mental clarity, capable of shedding light on complex concepts and making the invisible visible. Isaac Newton, with his groundbreaking discoveries, demonstrated this ability to illuminate the mysteries of the physical world. In the earth element, letters provide stability and practical manifestation. The letter T represents the archetype of the builder, endowing its bearers with a remarkable ability to materialize ideas and create lasting structures. Thomas Edison, with his numerous practical inventions, perfectly exemplifies this energy. The letter D, another earth letter, symbolizes the archetype of the guardian. Those who carry this initial often have a strong sense of responsibility and a natural ability to protect and preserve what is valuable. Darwin displayed these qualities in his meticulous documentation and protection of knowledge about the evolution of species. The letter P merges elements of fire and earth, representing the archetype of the pragmatic pioneer. Its bearers combine innovative vision with the ability to implement ideas practically. Pablo Picasso demonstrated this duality by revolutionizing art while creating tangible works that transformed visual culture. The letter C, which blends water and air, embodies the archetype of the empathetic communicator. Those whose names begin with this letter often have a special gift for conveying messages that touch both the heart and the mind. Carl Jung himself exemplified these qualities by communicating profound psychological concepts in an accessible way. The letter B represents the archetype of the cultivator, blending elements of earth and water. Its bearers have a unique ability to nurture growth and development, both in projects and in people. Bach demonstrated this quality by cultivating new musical forms that continue to flourish centuries later. The letter L embodies the archetype of the harmonizer, combining air and water. Those who carry this initial often have a natural gift for creating balance and beauty in their surroundings. Leonardo da Vinci personified this energy by harmonizing art and science in his masterpieces. The letter F represents the archetype of the compassionate visionary, blending fire and water. Its bearers combine transformative passion with deep emotional understanding. Frida Kahlo exemplified this duality by transforming her personal pain into universally moving art. The letter N symbolizes the archetype of the navigator, mixing air and earth. Those whose names begin with this letter have a special ability to move between the abstract and the concrete. Nikola Tesla demonstrated this quality by navigating between revolutionary visions and practical applications. It is important to understand that these archetypal influences are not fixed destinies, but potentials that we can consciously develop. The true power of knowing these meanings lies in our ability to actively work with these energies, integrating them into our individuation process. Each initial letter connects us with certain archetypes from the collective unconscious, but the way we manifest these energies is unique and personal. By understanding the deeper meaning of the first letter of our name, we gain a valuable tool for our personal development and contribution to the world. This awareness allows us to work more consciously with our natural strengths and creatively transform our challenges. It is not about limiting ourselves to the characteristics associated with our initial letter, but using it as a starting point for our journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. Now that we understand the profound meaning of letters, it is time to transform this knowledge into concrete action. The process of self-discovery through the first letter of our name begins with a simple yet powerful contemplation exercise. Spend a few moments each morning meditating on your initial, visualizing it, and connecting with the archetypal qualities it represents. This practice activates specific neurological patterns that facilitate the manifestation of these qualities in your daily life. Jung emphasized the importance of consciously working with symbols to integrate their energies into our psyche. To enhance the qualities of your initial letter, develop a personal connection ritual. You can start by artistically writing your initial, allowing each stroke to be an active meditation on the qualities you wish to manifest. By doing this, you establish a conscious bridge between the external symbol and your internal reality. The technique of symbolic amplification can be specifically applied to your initial letter. It involves exploring all personal, cultural, and universal associations that emerge when contemplating your letter. For example, if your name begins with M, you could reflect on the qualities of water, motherhood, medicine, or any other meaning that deeply resonates with you. This process expands your understanding of the inherent potential in your initial. Working with the natural elements associated with your letter can significantly deepen your connection with its archetypal qualities. If your initial is linked to fire, spending mindful time near a flame can activate the qualities of transformation and creativity. For letters associated with water, meditating near a river or the sea can amplify your intuitive and emotional capacities. Air letters benefit from conscious breathing practices, while earth letters are strengthened by direct contact with nature. Jung also emphasized the importance of working with dreams as a gateway to the unconscious. Keep a journal where you record dreams in which your initial appears or situations related to its archetypal qualities. These dreams can offer valuable guidance on how to integrate the energies of your letter more fully into your life. The technique of active imagination, another Jungian tool, can be specifically applied to your initial letter. Imagine your letter as a conscious being with whom you can have a dialogue. What message does it have for you? What qualities is it trying to awaken in your life? This imaginative dialogue can reveal surprising aspects of your unexplored potential, The integration process also involves recognizing and working with the shadow of your letter. Every archetypal quality has its challenging aspect that needs to be acknowledged and transformed. For example, the leadership strength of the letter A can manifest as domination, while the sensitivity of M can turn into emotional dependency. Recognizing these shadow aspects allows you to work consciously with them, transforming them into sources of personal power. Jung believed that true transformation occurs when we consciously integrate symbols into our daily lives. Look for situations where you can intentionally express the qualities of your letter. If your initial represents communication, seek opportunities to share your truth more authentically. If it represents healing, find ways to offer meaningful support to others. This integration work is not a quick process, but a continuous journey of discovery and transformation. Every time you say or write your name, you are activating the archetypal potential of your initial letter. By doing so consciously, you turn an everyday act into a practice of personal empowerment. The key is to maintain an attitude of curiosity and openness, allowing the qualities of your letter to develop naturally in your life. The transformative power of understanding the meaning of the first letter of our name is vividly reflected in real stories of personal change. Maria, a therapist who had always felt an inexplicable connection with healing, discovered that her initial M resonated deeply with the archetype of the healer. This understanding not only validated her professional path, but also inspired her to develop a unique therapeutic method that integrates work with symbols and archetypes. Roberto's story illustrates the power of consciously working with the energy of our initial. As an entrepreneur, he had always struggled with decision-making until he understood that the R, linked to transformative fire, gave him a natural ability for renewal and change. This realization allowed him to trust his intuition and make bold decisions that transformed his family business into an innovative company. Anna, a university professor, found in the study of her initial A an explanation for her natural leadership ability in the classroom. Understanding that A represents the pioneer archetype, she began implementing more innovative teaching methods, inspiring her students to explore new horizons in their learning. Her personal transformation led to significant changes throughout her academic department. Carlos's experience demonstrates how this knowledge can impact multiple areas of life. After realizing that his initial C connected him with the archetype of the empathetic communicator, he transformed not only his professional approach as a consultant, but also his personal relationships. His newfound awareness of the power of compassionate communication allowed him to resolve long-standing family conflicts and establish deeper connections with his loved ones. These stories illustrate how understanding the archetypal meaning of our initial can catalyze profound and lasting transformations. It is not just about superficial changes, but about awakening to our most authentic potential and aligning more deeply with our life purpose. The journey we have undertaken together through the profound meaning of letters reveals a fundamental truth. Our name is not a coincidence, but a master key to our personal development. Jung's wisdom, combined with the ancient understanding of the power of symbols, offers us a powerful tool for conscious transformation. I invite you to begin your own journey of discovery. Look at the first letter of your name with new eyes, recognizing it as a portal to your highest potential. Allow its archetypal qualities to guide you on your path of personal and professional development. Remember, you are not limited by your initial, you are empowered by it. The true power of this knowledge lies in its conscious application in your daily life. Every time you say or write your name, do it with the awareness that you are activating an energetic pattern that can propel you toward your best self. Your name is more than just a label. It is a map to your personal fulfillment. I encourage you to share your experience in the comments. What did you discover about your initial? How does this knowledge resonate with your life? Together, we can create a community of people committed to their conscious growth and personal transformation. Since you're still here, subscribe so we can meet again.